A very warm welcome to all the people who are assembled here for the 70th Independence Day celebrations. Though I think that 3 consecutive holidays, so we are expecting whether the sufficient crowd will come or not. So I thank all of you for taking time, and that shows that there are still some people, good people like you, who take time out for independence and make it a success. So let us hope that you and these children are the light of the future. So 70 years is a long time. It doesn't mean that 70 years, our tradition is not limited to 70 years. Though we got independence 70 years back, our culture, our richness, our prosperity is much before, very much before. So on this day, let us introspect ourselves, let us scrutiny, let's criticize ourselves, let us have a vision, let us appreciate where we are doing good, and I thought I will touch all these things, so I need your attention and patience for some time. So why I said we are very prosperous is, in the year 1492 itself, a navigator, explorer by name Mr. Columbus, he wanted to find India. Why? Because at that time itself we are very, very rich country. We used to do a lot of trading. So he frantically wanted to find a way to India to have trade and also share the prosperity. But unfortunately he went to, we want to discover India, but he discovered America. Okay, there's a separate story, but still what we should look at is, we were rich at that time, even after Vasco da Gama came. So all these foreign countries, they wanted to come to India, means we are a rich country, prosperous country. Now we are a developing country, there's a different story. So once we are very in a good position, so at least let us try to go to that position and be number one once again in the world. So that is the expectation we should have. Then we are having Mughal rule for 800 years. Then in the 200 years of British rule. So almost 1000 years, people were exploiting us, people were looting our riches, but still we sustained. Everybody was trying to exploit and divide and rule, but one credit we should give to the British people. Though they exploited a lot, they gave us two things with which we got the independence back. One is transportation, that means all the railway lines which we are having today are almost, they belong to the British times. And second one is communication, the English language. Though we had different languages all over India, but one language united us. What is English? We read the stories of French Revolution, Russian Revolution, and same English language we used against the English, and we got the independence. We have seen the struggle, how freedom fighters had fought, and but English, while going, they have done some injustice. They divided the country into India and Pakistan, for which we are still suffering. A lot of money is being spent on the defense. So, but still we have to live with it and come out of it. So we had a good beginning in 1947. Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel somehow united all the states. The states were all different because English had divided them. But he brought all into one fold, India. Even Hyderabad, if you know the history, Hyderabad didn't want to join India. Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel was instrumental in joining India, Hyderabad with India. So the credit should go to him. So we are also now Indians because of him. Otherwise, we would have been a separate country like Pakistan. So, but after that, what happened? We got independence, good leadership, good start. But we had enemies within India who divided, instead of uniting India, they divided further. Because of this, for selfish purpose. So we have to be careful with such leaders and such situations. After 800 years and 200 years of British rule, afterwards what we got was dynasty rule. Almost 70 years is independence we got. Out of the 70 years, almost 60 years was dynasty rule. One dynasty. I don't want to go with any names, but one dynasty. What happens is, dynasty is interested in their dynasty only, not in the country. So that is the irony of the situation. Then there are politics, dynasty politics, religious politics. So religion, some people started using religion for getting the vote bank. All of them only aim at the vote bank only. Nobody is bothered about the country. So that is very, very ironical. So then caste politics, regional politics, language politics, all for vote bank only. So somebody has to come up, one of you should come up and become a good leader and see that all this vote bank politics will go off. And diversity, we said we used to thrive, that even my childhood I used to learn unity in diversity, unity in diversity. But are we really happy with that, or are we following with that unity? I don't think so. We said diversity in diversity. We are everywhere, we are splitting. Everywhere, even the nation is split in so many angles. So we have region-wise split, we have language-wise split, we have rich and poor split, we have joint family split, within the same family split. The trend is they are separating. Single parenting is coming into vogue. So we are splitting everywhere. Nobody want to mingle. So you have to be the torchbearers for mingling and try to take it together. In this 70 years, though we had a good, huge resources, we lost control. So what has resulted? It resulted in corruption. Because the corruption is so much corruption, people started ignoring the corruption also. Okay, he is corrupt, so they are corrupt, so forget it. Even I am corrupt, so let it go. See, this is not the positive sign of any country. And the nepotism, exploitation, the ecosystem also. So everywhere it is happening. So the necessary development, what we expected when we got the independence, is not happening. That's very, very, even the delay in development also is there because of all these factors. But we should not lose hope. Because if we lose hope, we are dead. So we have still some positive signs. Relatively, we still are better. We are a developing nation. We still have huge potential. We still have Satya Nadella. We still have Pichaya heading Google and Microsoft. While taking proud of these people, but these people are going and making a name outside India. They are not making a name in India. That means India, the situation or the platform is not to their liking. So when they will come back, when the Indian conditions are good. So a lot of struggle has to be done. We have a lot of resources also, from west to east, north to south. You have the solar power, we have the wind power, so many things are there. And slowly, the new Prime Minister is struggling hard. He is not from the dynasty rule. He is trying to unite the country. He is going across the countries and trying to build an image for the nation. He has GST was successful, one GST for the same total country. Then he is trying to stress on online systems so that no corruption is there. So somebody is struggling. So let us support the new Prime Minister and also see that we also become like him, one of us become like him. And what the negative side aside, what we should look at, something positive, some hope also. I have noted 4 things. One is leadership. Leadership, very strong leadership, very good leadership, selfless leadership. These are very important. Unless we find good leaders, this country won't develop. Because the present politicians, they are a very, very bad example. They work for, even politics has become a business. So unless good leaders emerge, things are not going to happen. Discipline. Discipline is very, very important. Discipline of personal lives, in a state level, in a colony level, in a national level, in an international level. Discipline, without discipline, nothing happens. Without discipline, education doesn't happen. So discipline is very important. And main areas where discipline is necessary is judicial system. Unless legal system is strong, justice delayed is justice denied. Unless justice is given promptly, all the services like municipality, like fire, all services will work properly. Otherwise, because nobody is afraid here in India. Something goes wrong, they let them go to the court, it will take a lot of time by the time the judgment is there. So that fear of early judgment, fear that they will be punishable immediately, that's very, very important. So in the politics also, very disciplined. We should not entertain this caste politics, regional politics. Let us vote for a good person. So then good people will emerge. So unless it becomes sort of investment and business. So let us stop that also. Then people, we should be disciplined. If you go to foreign country, all the citizens, including children, They are so disciplined. We don't spit anywhere. If you go to Singapore, we go to Switzerland, you don't spit on the roads. But here, we spit on the roads. Because unless you have self-control, self-discipline, traffic, see the traffic. The auto fellow goes this side, passengers go this side, pedestrians go this side. There is no rhyme and rule. So discipline yourself. Because you may say, why I should discipline, the other fellow is not disciplined. But somewhere somebody should start. Then only it will propagate. So slowly, that is very, very essential. Then only merit and academic conditions should determine the fate of everyone, not just because of caste or something like that. So merit is very, that should recognize all this Satya Nadella picture, they will all stay in India. Others they will go outside. That's very, very important. Then focus on agriculture. We are not, everybody is trying to come to cities and forgetting agriculture. If that is the situation, what will happen? We don't get proper food. We don't have proper grains. So it is a very typical situation where you develop somewhere else and ignoring the crucial sector. So agriculture is very, very important. So you have to use technology, you have to have modern methods, and agriculture is also very, very good business. And manufacturing units. Manufacturing also, we are only hopping on service industry, service industry, software industry. No. Manufacturing, because we don't manufacture planes, we don't manufacture solar equipment, we don't manufacture the turbines. So that's very, very necessary. So service industry, okay, but let us also concentrate on other industries. Then at JHPS, what we should do? What we should do is good education, good culture, give confidence to children, and make them responsible, because ultimately if they make somebody accountable and responsible, things will happen. We try to see that children are given proper education by teaching them moral values, teaching them discipline. Sometimes we are over-disciplined, because unless you are over-disciplined, they won't go to that average level. And along with the parents also. Unless you discipline yourself, discipline the children, we won't land anywhere. So I wish that every child here, or at least some of them, will become leaders and steer the country into a right direction, and see that India, instead of making it every Independence Day just a function, let us convert it to action. Otherwise, we are just wasting our time by conducting functions like this. At least some action, some determination, some direction, then only things will happen. So long run, let us hope that India has all the resources, all the potential to become a #1 country, provided we discipline ourselves and don't indulge in politics, dynasty politics particularly. Thank you, and hope a very good day today.